Yes.
Okay, can I just fanboy a little bit because, like,
Just a little bit. I will allow you 30 seconds. Okay, no more than 30 seconds.
alright, so my 30 seconds of fame, like, you can tell if this was any other female character that, like, Barrett or someone would have saved them, but no, she gets herself out because she's a boss, and fanboying over.
This is just ridiculously easy.
What are you doing right now exactly?
I can't remember.
I think I did this in about 10 seconds. It just seems really, really
do
easy.
this in 10 seconds? This is freaking hard.
If you know what you're doing, then it's an easy enough job to do it.
Move legs outwards, move legs inward, move head and arm, move head and legs up. Done.
Difficult is that the head bit is what, if I remember correctly, is that the bit that makes you like shift positions?
Well, now all you need to do is, as you're pressing legs, you also need to press head so she comes down and grabs the key with her mouth. Are you forgetting
that I'm using a keyboard and it took that long? Yeah. It took that long before I could finally use it.
It was just triangle. What were you using to open the menu?
The V button and the insert button at the same time. That's no V and C at the same time, but like, you know, you can't press two keyboard keys at once. It's not designed for that, so it became retarded. And the same here.
Yeah, what is she? She's like,
See, I just set mine so that S, X, Z, and A were triangle, circle, X, and square. That's just how it worked for me. They were all together.
I have to think at this point that she suffered permanent brain damage. I'm sorry.
So now she's having a derp. Okay, that works.
I'm sorry, but at this point, I'm pretty sure that she's done for.
Well, I mean, if you were taking this realistically, if you'd actually been struggling with this for about 5 minutes, she would be dead by now.
Nah, she wouldn't, because she's a boss.
Tifa was lost in space. Forever.
Oh, if that happened, I would have stopped playing FF7.
I hate that so much. It usually takes me about 3 tries to be able to catch Renoa. I don't know why. It is so much easier.
I don't know why you want to catch Renoa.
No one wants to catch Renoa. But it always takes me
crap.
ages.
Renoa is just such an awful character, seriously.
Sapphire lasers!
Although I read somewhere I read somewhere the main
Yeah.
reason that Renoa is just an awful character for us is
Here we
that she's
go, I love
poorly
this
translated. Oh yeah, I love this bit. This bit is wicked, man. He's
Smack.
freaking
I
head
I was
froze
just
off.
like, what was I doing? No.
That was wicked.
Every time I see that, I hear the Unreal Tournament announcer. Headshot.
I was gonna say fatality.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just amazing. I love that bit.
Back to what I've said. I read somewhere that the main reason Renoa is a bad character for us is the fact that Renoa is poorly translated for over here.
Final Fantasy VIII wasn't very. It was technically well translated in that there were no vaggy risks.
Oh no, I don't mean in terms of like the actual quality of the translation. I just mean like she's popular in Japan.
A lot of bits were lost
unpopular.
in Final Fantasy VIII's translation. That's
You know who else
Fairly
is popular in Japan? Vaughn.
Oh yeah, I hate Vaughn.
Oh my
God,
Vaughn
really?
needs to die. Vaughn, I will destroy Vaughn.
They like Vaughn.
yeah. There's also the fact that Renault was designed for Japanese audiences and not Western audiences, so that may affect it somewhat.
Does that explain why Tidus and Raiden were so bad? Oh no, I shouldn't have mentioned Raiden. No. I should not have mentioned
Final
Raiden.
Fantasy VIII as a whole was designed as like in like the manga school kid genre. Like it was an RPG based on school manga type things.
Well, I mean, in that case, how are we going to take Type 0 when it actually comes out?
Hopefully,
Drake, you've played it. How are we going to take Type 0?
Type 0 is decent up until the very last chapter.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
The metaphor I always use is Type 0, it's like it was designed by the Final Fantasy XII team, but then when they got around to the last chapter, suddenly Toriyama started sitting in on the meetings. And for some reason they started listening to him.
Oh, this is the Prodigy bit.
What the? What is This is so embarrassing to people. Just kick her ass off the edge.
This is just embarrassing, period. This is probably the most embarrassing bit of fan service I've
No,
come across.
I like this bit. This
Once again, I forgot
hilarious.
to...
This is freaking hilarious scene. I love that bit.
You want to talk embarrassing fan service again?
Although
I'll
that
bring
being
up
said, I do like the number of interactive events that they have involving Scarlet. I mean, you have to like dodge her deck and
Oh my
or
god,
dodge
I
when she
hate
decks you
that.
an icicle in, and then you have a slap fight with her later on, and that's the closest you get to actually fighting Scarlet.
The one in Icicle Inn was actually Elena, not Scarlet.
Yeah.
Oh, was
Oh,
that
yeah.
Elena?
Elena from the Turks, yeah, she's got
I don't know,
blue
they're
suit on.
both-
They're both blonde-haired,
blonde.
okay? So forgive me if I get them confused.
But Elena's...
Yeah, that's
Elena's
why she's
way
all
better.
like, I'm gonna slap you for doing in my boss and all this.
Yeah.
Right.
I can't remember.
And Tifa fell to her death. The end.
What?
No, if she fell to her death, I would have
on
stopped
the-
playing. But
On
I
the bright side, at
continued
least
to
they didn't
play.
make that another interactive event.
Yeah, the truth is Tifa fell to her death in the water, and this is all, the rest of the game is all just a flashback as she drowns.
Yeah, and
No,
the truth is
no,
that Squall
stop.
actually died.
That's the truth. Tifa is dead.
See, as Tifa fell, they should have just done that thing like on Mount Coral where you fall and you just have to keep moving
Yeah,
and grabbing and
grabbing.
grabbing and grabbing.
Oh god, I hated that thing so much.
That was easy.
Oh, and poor Yuffie, look at her all sprawled out on the deck.
No, I feel no sympathy for Yuffie, she feels none for Barrett.
Don't lie on your back when you feel ill. You'll choke.
Yeah, that was really dumb.
I like Yuffie, that's just me.
I
okay?
hate Yuffie.
Great.
She's
I think
the
she's
worst
amazing.
character in FF7.
Really?
I
Really?
Really?
Not Kate Sith?
Not
no,
Hojo?
Katshi, I don't even think Katshi is that bad. I think it's her and Red 13 are just useless to the plot. Completely.
Well, I don't know if Yuffie's useless to the plot, but the fact of the matter is that she's
I feel like both of
optional,
them...
so she can't be integral or anything, like
That's true.
Vincent.
I mean, I can forgive Yuffie for that. But
Yeah,
Red
she's
13...
like Gogo Omero.
I do.
Oh, yeah.
I do like how she how they kind of made her a little bit more involved. Like, I mean, obviously you see at the end, right at the end, Vincent's not there, Yuffie's not there because they're not going to make 3 different endings for people who've got them.
yeah, I thought it was funny how they retconned that.
They retconned it to they went to Midgar and helped rescue people, and I thought that
Lol.
was cool. The beginning of Dirge of Cerberus, that opening was just I loved it. It was so cool.
No, I mean, back to what I said about Red 13, I don't consider him a bad character. I actually love his backstory. I just feel like they could have made him a temporary playable character, and he could have left the party after, what's it called? The, thingy quest.
Where
and then-
he gets back to Cosmo Canyon, then he
Yeah,
can pick
Cosmo
him up
Canyon.
after
I
this.
felt like he could have been a temporary character, and nothing would change. You see...
I guess he doesn't offer a hell of a lot, does he? But then
No,
without
in
Red 13,
Advent
you couldn't
Children,
have.
he has a
You couldn't
single
have
line. He has a
his
single
voice
line
is
in Advent
small.
Children.
Well, the
And his
reason
father's
for his
also-
limited involvement of there is because they couldn't animate fur very well. It was too expensive.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why.
Like, they
I didn't actually know
Tifa's
that.
hair.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
Yeah,
well,
it's the same
they
reason
didn't-
it's the same reason why they cut Tifa's hair. They just couldn't animate it.
yeah.
But I mean, but without Red 13 here, you couldn't have Bugenhagen, and he's the one that offers an insight into so much stuff. So you couldn't really have one without the other. I
Yeah, but
think.
you could have him
Bugenhagen,
if he was a
Bugenhagen
temporary
on his
character.
own.
If he was a temporary playable
Bugenhagen on his
character, it
own
would
would
be fine.
really work. You just see him as, oh, we need to go and see this crazy old man. It doesn't really work. Otherwise, it kind of works as him being Nanaki's grandfather.
You could have still
And
had
there's
Red
Vincent showing some
13 along,
compassion.
and then not having permanently play, but then that'd be kind of pointless. So okay.
Well, who
I
would
take my
think
statement
to,
back. This has changed my mind.
Who would
This
think to
episode.
go to Bugenhagen after you are trying to figure out what's going on with the what was it? The key, the ancients. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Do you know I used to go and find that the minute that I could, just so it would cut down on a bit of time.
I did that. I did that in
found
this
it-
playthrough.
I think I did it unintentionally the first time, and I was like, "Oh,
Oh,
what's
did
this?"
you just go around exploring in the water? I couldn't do that because as a child, I was always the most afraid of Emerald Weapon. I had like
I
Oh,
was
God.
really afraid of Emerald Weapon.
irrational fear
I used
of
to fight-
encountering him.
I used to pilot the submarine right at the very top, so there was no chance of running into it. And then I just kept going in and out and in and out because I just come down and then suddenly he's there, and I'm like, run.
Yeah,
Yeah, I did find it unintentionally, and then it just cut down on a bit of time. It's like, we need to go and find the key to ancients. Oh look, you've already got it. Nice.
I love how the captain levels up. By the way, that's hilarious.
oh yeah, that's funny. I always thought that was neat. And not just him, it's also the guy in the situation room that.
Does he level up as well?
I thought he did.
He has different things to
Maybe
say
not.
every now and then, but he doesn't have a level.
Oh no!
fine.
Oh boo!
Nah.
What annoyed me was that if you go into the Chocobo room, it doesn't matter whether you've got a yellow Chocobo or a gold Chocobo, he just says, "That's a good Chocobo." It's like,
Yeah.
I've got a freaking gold Chocobo with max stats. Have you not got anything better to say about my hard work?
I was considering using Barrett for this bit, but then I realised the only reason I would use Barrett is because he's a cool character and not because he's a good character, so I just used those two instead.
No, who'd you use? I didn't
I
see.
use Tifa, Sid, and Vincent.
Well, you gotta level up Sid anyways because you're gonna be playing as him for a bit, so that's probably wise.
Yeah, and also I'm going to use him later on. Like, he becomes my final third party member. Unless I end up changing to Barrett again. I don't know. I haven't
By
been
the
very
way, I'd like
decisive.
to say something.
Go on.
I hate that they changed the world map theme between these two.
Yeah.
Between
Yeah, this
before
one's-
and
this
after
one's-
Meteor.
This one's kind of boring as hell.
Yeah, it's so much worse than the regular one. I hate it.
I know.
Oh, are you actually doing this? Nice.
No, I'm not.
You're not doing this?
There you go.
What?
The elemental material, you can get that there if you play the if you play the piano, but it's only if you'd played it during the cloud flashback, which I didn't do, so I failed that bit. And now Chocobo side quest, but
Why
fret not.
again? Why we let him play this game if he's not going to do a good job of it?
Well,
No one else did it.
Yeah, I think that's more or less the reason. Wow, nice transition.
Yeah, I kind of screwed that up as well.
You're so getting blocked.
By the way, I love this guy. Isn't he just surreal? Look at him. He's like a purple ghost guy. He's awesome
This
looking.
is what happens when the booze for Mario get old.
He puts Bukenhagen's trippiness to shame, okay, is what he does.
Like one of the spiritual manifestations of the ancients, just with a beard and a hat.
I think that's what he is, you know.
But they can't speak.
Oh, maybe not.
All they say is nyum nyum.
Maybe not
Like
then. I
they,
don't
like
know.
they eat toffee or something.
Yeah, I don't know what his deal is. I really
No,
don't.
he looks peculiar, but the way he just kind of went up then and his mustache seemed to separate from his beard kind of reminds me of the Canadians from South Park.
Oh, why does...
Yeah, so third
No,
enemy
offense,
skill
Rick.
material after so many enemy skills are either ridiculously difficult to obtain or have been, if you've been keeping up with side quests, they've been gone entirely. No more trying for you, and that's when you get your third enemy skill material.
I know,
Thanks,
it's
game.
stupid, man. I hate that. Like, you can never... I don't even bother trying to get, like, 3 enemy skill materials which are full because you just can't do it. It's just waste.
You can totally do it.
No,
it's
but it's
ridiculously
just
difficult, but you
too
can
much
totally do it.
effort. Oh, you have to
You
get
just have to
70
put-
cracker greens. Right, this bit is very important because I'm going to get the Chocobo without doing any of the hard stuff. It is going to be wicked. Otherwise, this episode
know-
will be a whole lot longer.
Hmm.
A whole lot longer.
Huh.
Oh yeah, I had a bug out at this bit, so
Yeah, noted.
really freaky bug. BTW, I bought about 5 of the Chocobo thingies.
Stables, I take it.
Stables, yeah. There we go. And that was the 5th one. Or was it the 6th
I
one? I
see.
can't remember. You have to add lots and lots of Chocobo laws to materials to them, or else you are going to be very annoyed with this game.
Oh, hey, it's this guy. We're going for the nuts, aren't we?
Yep.
Oh, this guy just takes. I mean,
He
whenever I
takes
encountered
freaking
this thing
ages to kill.
first time, I mean, he's not
It
hard
takes
to beat.
forever
He
to
just
find
takes.
him.
I mean,
And
Really?
I'm considerate, so I didn't include the whole enemy fight.
let's just see how much
Zeo
HP.
nut.
That guy has 33,333 HP.
Yeah,
He
it's
has a lot of HP.
ridiculous.
You could find him at the very first time you go round Bone Village.
Yeah, but
In
you're
theory.
never going to kill him then.
No, he's easy.
You're
He's
never
not
even
ve-
gonna find him then.
He's not a strong enemy. It's just he's
It's
got
just
so
a
much.
slog.
No one can be bothered to
What it
kill
is.
him. Also, I find it hilarious how goblins in every FF up to FF6 are like the first enemy you encounter, and they're ridiculously
And in this
easy.
game, they're stupid rare.
Yeah, exactly.
Silly little things with boxing gloves.